the challenges that travelers have when they're packing is trying to get all of their things organized so that they can easily pull out clothing, shoes, toiletries, all these kinds of things. There's lots of different methods that people have come up with that work tremendously, but we're gonna try out a new method in this video. I read an article yesterday about how a traveler uses pillowcases, specifically silk pillowcases, in order to keep all of her things corralled. We're gonna try it out, we're gonna see how it works, and by the end of this video, we're gonna decide whether or not this is a good method or it's a down method. Okay, so first things first. Now you may have some silk pillowcases just lying around in your drawers that you can use, which is fantastic because then this whole idea is free. However, I didn't have any that weren't already on pillows, so I picked some up on Amazon. These are very cheap. I got these on a lightning deal yesterday, and I'm sure they'll come up even more often, but I got them for like $5 or $6 for a 2-pack. So that makes it $3 a piece. It's excellent. So I got them in a few different colors. Of course, because I also want them to come today, so I need to do the 25, purchase, so they come the next morning. So anyway, I got some pink ones. I have some gray ones, a dark blue. I think I have some orange ones coming maybe tomorrow, which I think are kind of a fun color. The color doesn't really matter that much because this is just literally inside your bag, but color does matter for me. I love to have things colorful, as you can see with this space. But anyway, we're gonna start off with these pink ones, but they're all standard size pillowcases. You also could get these in king size, which would just be that much longer. And so maybe that would be something that would even be better for you. But I think standard size for me, I feel like that's a good size, a huge size. Like I wouldn't even fill this up at all. There's no way, because I don't take this much stuff. But anyway, what we're going to do first is, if you watched a previous video of mine that I did, it was all on my weighing. I'm gonna put the little picture up here so you can refer to that if you're interested. I weighed every single thing in my bag because I'm really obsessed right now with getting all of my bag to be like super lightweight. So in order for the bag itself with all my things in it to be lightweight, I have to find out how much each thing weighs so I can decide what things go and what things stay. That was the video. So in other words, we're going to do that with this right now. We're gonna find out how much does this silk pillowcase weigh to begin with. In order to do that, I'm just using a kitchen scale. Okay, so the pillowcase weighs 72 grams. So I'm gonna compare that. My whiteboard's still here. This was from my previous video. So in my previous video, I weighed everything. And it looks like that's really cool. So I was taking a silk scarf with me to use as a pillowcase, but I can also use it for other things, which is still a good idea. My silk scarf weighed 129 grams, and I just told you this weighed 72. So that's a pretty big savings. So right here, I have everything that I did in the previous video, all of my stuff. It's probably one of the lightest weight items that I have in here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my clothing. I'm actually curious too. My clothing, I had it in a vacuum plastic bag. I wonder how much that bag itself weighed. I've never weighed the bag itself, because it's just plastic. I didn't think it weighed anything, but it's going to obviously weigh something. So I'm gonna weigh that first. Okay, so the bag weighs 28 grams. That's nothing, right? However, this can only be used for one thing, and that's to compress the air out and make my stuff very small inside the bag, which is a good idea. But if it only has one purpose, then the silk pillowcase is maybe a better idea because it's accomplishing two things. So something to consider. Okay, so if you're not already familiar with me, you're going to know that I'm an extremely light packer when it comes to clothing. I don't like to have a lot of options with me because I find that I don't usually use them anyway. So what I'm going to do for this trip is I'm actually going to go extremely light with the idea that if I want to get something different while I'm in the location, I certainly can. And if I haven't brought a bunch of extra stuff with me, it allows me the space in order to do so. So what I'm going to take with me is, of course, I'll be wearing one of the outfits, right, on the plane. I'll be wearing a pair of leggings. I'll be wearing like a really thin black like athletic jacket, which I love. I love that jacket. It's so versatile. I'm gonna wear like a skirt. I have like this very, very, very lightweight, like black, like silky skirt that I like wearing over leggings because then it doesn't look like I'm so casual. It just looks like I'm wearing a skirt with some leggings, right? Instead of just wearing athletic leggings. So my socks, my Ultra tennis shoes, which I always take with me. They are my trail running shoes. And let me tell you, those will change your life if those are the kind of shoes that you take with you as your main shoes. They're great for city walking. They're the wide toe box, barefoot technology type shoe. They're really, really, really good shoes. Highly recommend Ultra. I cannot speak highly enough of them. I've been using them for well over a decade. I love those shoes. And I got the trail running shoes as a suggestion from a friend who's also an avid traveler. And he said the nice thing about trail running shoes is they have very, very good good grips on the soles, because they're meant for trail running. But they're also really good for city walking. They're good if you want to just jog outside, like on a city street. They're good for athletic shoes. They're good for everything. And if you want to go up in the mountains and you want to do a little hiking, you have the proper shoes, all in one. And if you make sure that you get a pair of shoes that is like a good color, then it's not going to be super loud and like it'll clash with what you're wearing for your normal attire. That's what I do. Just have a pair of blue shoes. So anyway, I'll be wearing the Ultras. And then also like a scarf. I always have a scarf on, like a lightweight scarf for the plane, and then that can be used for other purposes. So anyway, that's what I'll be wearing on the flight. Of course, underwear and stuff too. But in here, we have the stuff that I'll be taking with me. So I have my swimming suit, and I have a tank top, which is an extra tank top. I usually wear like a tank top also on the flight, but I would have at least one extra tank top with me. I think one is sufficient. One is definitely sufficient, because this is my thought. Whenever anything gets dirty, at night, I wash it, I hang it to dry. By the morning, it's now clean. So now I have all clean clothes again. So I technically could just really put that on. But in the meantime, I have something to put on for sleeping. So tank top I'll take with me. I have these gray pants. I'm going to find actually a different pair of pants because I took these on my last trip and they're fine, but the fabric is 100% polyester, which turned out to be a nightmare in the tropics. So I'm going to find something a little bit different, but the same kind of idea. These are just like your travel type pants that are also good for hiking. So they just got the pockets in the back. They've got the zippers on the side, but they're very chic looking. They're very like city looking. Like you feel like you are not out of place and looking like a tourist if you're wearing something like this, and they're very lightweight. So I have these. Then I have 2 pairs of underwears, 1 pair of socks because I'm wearing the other pair, and an extra t-shirt. As you can see, very lightweight. We're going to put these inside this silk pillowcase. Our 72-gram pillowcase, and we're just going to slide it right inside. It's so silly. I know there's nothing in here. I mean, this is really going to just be really kind of funny. But it's like I said, it's actually just a really cool method. I don't know why I never thought about a silk pillowcase before. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this over, and there's probably a different way that I could stack them inside of there so they're not taking up that much space in the bag. But as of right now, that's actually really nice. So now we're going to grab the bag. This is my Cotopaxi. It's a 28 liter. And some people have mentioned in my previous video that I should consider a lighter weight pack. Now, I definitely do agree that there are lighter weight backpacks out there. I've actually used them before. And if you are just going from the airport to the hotel and you're not doing anything in between, then that probably works fine. But I tend to carry this backpack around a lot. And if you don't have a good backpack with really good shoulder straps, really good structure to the bag, that it's made to be carried over long distances, and you're carrying it over long distances, I can guarantee you, you will wish that you had invested more grams of weight into the bag so that you have a good bag to carry. Also, another thing that's really good about the Cotopaxi is they have excellent zippers. If you get something that's lighter weight, that's cheaper, I have those bags, but the zippers, they have the tendency to break on you, and now you've got a bag that's just trash because you can't even close it. So what are you going to do now? Pin it together? You could, but that's not ideal for a long trip. So that is why I use the Cotopaxi, just to clear that up. But I have tried other bags in the past, and in the end, I invested the money in the Cotopaxi, and I've never regretted spending extra money and extra grams for a better made bag. We're going to pull out the things that we have in here so we can place this inside. So this is now the clothing. That'll just fit like right in there on the side. Granted, yes, it does feel bulkier than the plastic, but I can rearrange this inside of here. Remember, that was one of the advantages, is that you can kind of slide things around. I could also do this completely flat. I don't have to fold it over. I can have all the clothing flat on the bottom. That's even an option. So we're going to do it 2 different ways. I'm actually going to rearrange so that you can see the bag more instead of me talking. Okay, so as of right now, I have this right here on the side, and then we're just going to place other things in. Like, I always like to have some kind of hat, and recently I've kind of gotten into baseball caps, so I'm going to take my baseball cap with me. I'll just shove it right there. That could potentially be something that I even wear on the plane. Not for a long flight, but for a short one. I have my rain jacket, which could also go inside of this bag right here if I wanted to, but it's already in its own little bag, so I think I'll just keep it as is. This was something that I had my shoes in, and when I'm talking shoes, I'm talking about my Birkenstocks, okay? These are my Birkenstock little plastic little sandals, and I love these so much. These are very sturdy. If you look at the bottom, they have a very good sole, so they're not just a slippery type, flip-flop. These are really good for showers. They're really good for the beach. They're really good for city wear. They're good for everything. I've worn these all around the whole world multiple times, made in Germany. They're really, really good shoes, and they're your traditional Birkenstocks with the lip on them, but they're plastic, so they're not the cork, and it just makes them more flexible. So they're really nice. very versatile shoes, very lightweight. Those are gonna go inside this little blue bag right here. This was just a little laundry sack that I got from a flight, and we're gonna close them off. Now we're gonna slide those right there. They're a little bit bulky that way, so maybe I'd press them that way. I don't know. We'll just see which way I wanna do them. So as of right now we have my toiletry bag. I did a whole video on this. I'll put a picture up here so you can see what I'm talking about, but it tells you how I got all of my toiletries. This is for a very extended period of time. This lasts at least 2 weeks, if not longer. Everything in here, like some of the things in here will last like months. So anyway, that's my toiletry kit. I'm just gonna slide that right here. So now we've got lots of space still in here. And basically, this is my electronics kit. And I feel like everything before fit on this one side, but it still can. So see, look at that. I just slide that in like that. Actually, you know what, to be honest, the vacuum seal bag is actually really good because it does compress, but it makes things very stiff. So this is a better method to be able to have your things in the silk, because then it just molds easier. So I kind of am liking this a bit. Okay, so what we did remove from this bag is that right there. This is my silk pillowcase. This is my silk scarf that I was also using as a pillowcase, but I don't need to do this then if I use the silk pillowcase as my container for my clothing, because then it serves two purposes like we already discussed. Now, could there be another use for other pillowcases? Yes, if you're taking a lot of clothes with you, then yes, you're going to want to maybe corral them and put like certain things in the one, certain things in the other, and then you can have them a little bit more organized. But as you can see, I'm not taking anything with me, so I could fit a lot more inside of there. Now I'm also wondering, so I had it slid to the side. Let's look at a different method of packing it where it just fits at the bottom. Let's see if that's even a better method, either the bottom or the top. So let's try that out. We're going to take our clothing out, move these things around, and have it be flat on the bottom. What do we think of that? Does that... I will also say, guess what? Guess what this is also good for? This is now, if you are someplace you don't have access to a pillow, like say you're camping, guess what? You now have a pillow. Oh my gosh, that's actually perfect. Okay, we're gonna open this back up. And a very flat pillow if you want it wider. If you had a lot of clothes in there, it'd be a really good pillow. So now we've got this. Let's place the things on top of it and see what we think about that. That's even fine too. The shoes are a little bit more of a pain because they're bulkier. As you can see, I have another side of the bag, but I'm trying to get everything on this one side because that's just how I want to do it. That works well too. You've got, actually that's maybe even a better way because I have this huge space at the bottom that's open, that's available. Wow, I like that way better. Yes, that's a much better way. Did I get everything in there? Yeah, I got everything in there that time. This is an even better way of packing it. I got everything in there and I have a ton of extra space in there. So with this method, I was able to get everything in my bag. I like it flat better than the folded. So, and this whole side of the bag is empty. I do have things up here already, like my towel and stuff like that. And I have things on this side, but I left this empty on purpose because my plan is to only fill 80% of my bag. So I did that because this whole part right here, this is about 20% of the bag is completely empty. And I'm doing that on purpose because then when I arrive in the destination, if I buy snacks, if I buy extra things, I have a place to put it without having to have it go on a side bag. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited. As you can see with this huge smile on my face, I'm very excited about this article that I read because it completely opened up a whole new way of thinking for me that I had never considered before. This silk pillowcase idea is actually quite brilliant. I'm really excited about it, beyond words, beyond words. So, anyway, I'm so glad that you joined me for this video and this exploration because I didn't know how it was going to turn out until we just did it together. So that makes it kind of fun to explore it with someone else. Thanks for joining me with it. But if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link for these pillowcases in the description so you can pick them up. They're really great. Like I said, they come in a ton of different colors. So if that's important to you, I generally like I said, I like all colors, as you can see. So I usually just go for whatever's cheapest. And these ones were really cheap. They were on a lightning deal when I bought them, but even the regular price is very, very, very reasonable. So as of right now, I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And I hope you are too. I hope that this gave you some ideas. If you're not going to use a silk pillowcase, maybe you just want to use a cotton pillowcase you have around your house because you don't care so much about what you sleep on and maybe prefer cotton. So you could just get a cotton pillowcase out of your drawer and just use the same method. But I do like this idea that it is zippered. However, I think that you could close it off other ways. Like you could just get a hair tie and you could close it off that way and then just fold it down. Or maybe you don't worry so much about closing it and you just fold it over and then you fold it like that. Maybe the zipper isn't that big of a deal, and the zipper does add weight. So, but I like the zipper. I like that. So anyway, I thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Who knows what we're going to discover on the next one. I hope that you'll be able to join me on that. Okay, bye. Actually, before we go, I wanted to do a really quick plug for my Travel Talk lives that I do on Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's called The Travel Club Live, and it's super fun. We have a really lot of fun people that show up, and it's a time that we all can just chat with each other like we're sitting together at a coffee house or at someone's living room. We're just drinking our favorite drink and eating our favorite snack, and we're just talking about all things travel. Every week is a different topic. That I try to bring a different topic every time to the table that we can just discuss different kinds of ideas about travel. But then of course it's wide open. We can talk about anything. Whatever you guys want to talk about, if you have any specific questions, bring them. We'll all talk about them together. Your fellow travelers can chime in on the chat, and we can all brainstorm different solutions to problems or just different travel things that you just might want to chat about. So come join us, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursdays, the Travel Club Live. Hope to see you there. Bye.